name is Mike, and this is my parkour journey. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and thanks for taking the time to follow me on my parkour journey. I created this channel as a way to document and track my parkour progress. These videos have given me that extra motivation to keep training, and hopefully I can encourage anyone new to parkour who wants to give it a try but just not quite sure about it. So if you like these videos, please click the thumbs up, and if you want to keep following my journey, please consider subscribing. So in my last video, I made a commitment to try and post every 2 weeks. So here I am 2 weeks later, and here's a quick recap of what's happened in the last 2 weeks here. So my kids are out for school's out for summer, and it's kind of broken up my routine. So I got to figure out my new training schedule and how to make it sure it fits in, and get back to making sure I'm training regularly. During school, they were in a parkour homeschool program once a week, and during that class, I was able to do some one-on-one training. And now that that program is done and the province is fully reopening up, they're going to go back to their regular parkour program. Unfortunately for me, the instructor for that program is my trainer. So I'm going to have to figure out a new training plan. I don't know what that is, but hopefully we'll figure that out hopefully sometime soon. So I happened upon a YouTube video documenting the Sky British cycling team and their goal of winning the Tour de France, which at that time, no British cyclist had ever won. And so they hired this a performance coach called Dave Brailsford as its new performance director, and he came up with this concept that if you broke down everything you could think about that goes into riding a bike and improve each of those individual items by 1%, when you put them all back together, you'll have a significant increase in your performance. He called it the aggregation of marginal gains. So this got me thinking, how could I apply that principle to my own training style? When I was trying to break through that jump, some mental barriers, me and my trainer Rob agreed that start off with safe progressions, just to, one, to build up confidence, two, to ingrain that muscle memory, and then work your way up through those progressions. And when I broke that first jump, I went through a circuit of progressions, and I was able, just going around doing a bunch of progressions right in a row, and then going to that last skill, I was able to make that jump without my brain getting in the way. So this particular jump worked for me, but I did it in the safety of a gym with my trainer there, giving me guidance. So I wanted to know, would this work when I was just trying to do something on my own? So in the past, before I started this journey, I was able to do I built up a bunch of small progressions thinking that I could make my way up to the end goal, but I had a tendency to fail when it came to the actual full skill. So I was wondering, could I take these marginal gains and turn it into success in a final skill? So I decided to choose one of my goals, and that I decided to do the 70-inch gap pre at height. So I started by recreating some progressions at home to see if I could actually do the 70-inch jump. And these jumps, they didn't really, these progressions had no mental aspect to it. It was just me doing the physical jump. And I did these drills over a week, and it was really quite easy to do at ground level. So then I did that for a week, and then I was back in the gym, so I wanted to figure out, can I do this in the gym? So I told Rob about my goal, and he helped me set it up in the gym. So we started warming up on the floor just to see, he went to see where I was at. And then he set up 2 angled vaults, 70 inches apart, and just to see if I was able to do that. Now the angled walls make the jump so much more forgiving. Your brain just processes the angled wall over a straight wall so much easier for some reason. You can just crane it much easier. You're not worried of shinning yourself as much. It's just way more forgiving. So I was really comfortable with doing it on the angled wall. So then he turned the box around and we tried it on the vertical side. It took me a few attempts, and he did have me practice some bounce backs, just so if something did happen, I know how to bail out of it properly. So then, things progressed up really well. So we took it up a notch and did it on actual ledges. And we started with a few overshoots just to make sure I could do the jump. I was comfortable in my head. And it didn't take me long to get it to the actual distance, which actually got me pretty confident. And I was like, okay, I'm ready to take this outside on my own. Rob and I discussed, he wanted to know what the actual walls were like where I was going to do this jump, just to talk about what I would do. He wanted me to know what I would do, what steps I would take to make sure that I knew all my outs, all my fail safes. So I, full of confidence. I was really pumped up, and I waited till the weekend when I knew the school was out, because this jump is actually at the school. So I wanted to be respectful and want to make sure I wasn't gonna get in trouble. So I decided to try it out on the weekend, and it was smoking hot. So I knew it wouldn't last too long outside doing the jump, which added some additional pressure. But I'm like, I didn't want to not do it because I think I might have talked myself out of it. So I got to the school and I started warming up on the ground, and it seemed like it was going to be a super easy jump. I figured even though I knew I could do the jump physically, maybe I would set it up just like I would set it up in the gym, and start doing some progression. So, start with some bounce backs, and then I looked up and I saw a smaller jump. Then I'm like, okay, if I can make this jump, I can, that'll prep me to do the 70-inch jump. So I jumped down on the wall, and my mind just started going crazy. I started having so many doubts, and I was just thinking, like, it's just a gym, but it's really not. And I stood on that ledge for a good 5 minutes, and I had some pretty negative thoughts going through my head.
Do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't, okay, do it now, do it, don't do it.
And, it took me, maybe it was longer than 5 minutes, maybe shorter, I don't know, but it felt like it was a long time for me just standing on that wall. But I finally got myself off the wall and made the jump, and I said, okay, it's now time for the actual thing, the real thing. So I went over, climbed up on that ledge, and had some...
I can jump that far. Okay. This is it. Here we go!
Just negative thoughts of that I couldn't do it. Looked down at my heart rate monitor. Just standing on the ledge, my heart rate was over 140 beats per minute, and I really didn't know if I could make that jump. But after standing on the ledge for, I actually don't know how long, I finally said, you know what? You've prepped, you've done everything that you could do. Just go up, have the confidence, and just do it. And I decided if I'm not going to do it today, I wasn't going to do it anytime soon. In that moment, my mind just cleared, and I just went for it. And that first jump, it turned out so perfect. Even though as I jumped, I clipped my heel on the back rail, but it was such a nice stick, and I felt so pumped. If you go back to the video and if you zoom in just before I jump and watch my knees, they're shaking pretty hard. And but I decided after making that jump, I'm like, I can't just do a one and done. I want to prove to myself that I could do it again. So I got back up on the wall, and I did make the jump. It wasn't as clean as the first one. I think I was a bit amped up. I actually overshot a little bit, stuck it, but at that time I was just sweating bullets, and I figured, you know what, all the adrenaline, all the mental exhaustion, I figured, you know what, I'm gonna not push it too much. I'll take my 2 jumps and call it a victory. So in the end, can small victories come together in the end for a final goal? To be honest, I'm still not sure. It was a yes in this case, and I definitely was able to, but I think even though you can have all these small progressions, small victories of I can do these jumps, sometimes you still got to believe in you have to believe in yourself, otherwise you're not going to do it. But I think with every little victory, every major goal I complete, I'm definitely going to build my confidence. I think what's my question to myself now is, do I have a limit, or what is my limit? I guess only time will tell, and hopefully I can keep breaking these barriers, physical and mental barriers, and continue my parkour journey. So on that note, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and see you next time. Take care.
did it!
Amy, you did it!
I can do